And welcome to Masters of Time set review. Starting us off, we have Batman 001. Bit of a shift in focus ability here. We have at the beginning of your turn, you may choose one. Replace Batman with another character of this trait on the same click, or heal Batman 1. He has no specials on the dial, but he has Empower and a trait 3. If Batman didn't begin your turn on the map, adjacent characters modify attack +1 2 next turn. Pretty cool. I'm not the biggest fan of shift in focus, I've said in the past. I think the last shift in focus we got was the Groots in Disney, unless I'm mistaken. But we'll see what the other Batmans do as we go further on. Quite a standard dial there. Next we have generic Velociraptors. Very, very cool. Unique modifier, friendly character with the animal keyword, making close attacks modify attack +1 for each other friendly character with the animal keyword adjacent. So you basically want to swarm people, which makes sense for Velociraptors. That's sort of what they do. 40 points for the... I guess it's alright. It's not nothing crazy. It's okay. I was sort of hoping you could probably put them at 30 points and it'd still be viable. So maybe a bit overcosted. Next we have Deadman. He has a special movement, mind control, sidestep. When Deadman uses mind control after resolutions, he may make placed adjacent to a hit character. So that's pretty cool. He mind controls them, follows them. For 40 points, that's very good. He's got a little bit of movement, shape change, and super senses, so he's going to be quite hard to hit, as well as 12 attack precision. Only one target mind control, but he does move through elevated, blocking, and characters. He's going to be very hard to tie down. Right, this is our first, I think. I don't know if many or if any others have this, but no powers whatsoever on the card. Just a standard 60 points. I mean, he ends up with 12 attack, 5 damage up close. That's quite strong. Though he does lose movement later on. Pretty decent, very standard, not something I'll be after. Next we have Detective Chimp. We have Perplex and Outwit for 35 points. Pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it might be later on in this, the Play at Home Kit one is just a bit better than this and it's around the same points. We will look at that in a bit though, but it's an okay support. Say in like a sealed or something, but nothing crazy. Next we have Mr. Mind and Mr. Mind team up card. So there's no powers on Mr. Mind, so we'll jump straight to the team up. When he starts the game, if he's part of a Time Stealers theme team, choose an opposing character. When Mr. Mind uses display power, he can target the chosen character regardless of line of fire. So this guy's really cool. He looks quite standard, just looking at his dial there. But later on when we get to the Colossals, there's a Colossal of him. And he gets to be on that Colossal's card and use his powers for him. So by himself, okay. Mind control's alright, bit of support. But he's very good when paired with the Colossal. And he is, I have already got one of these, but the Colossal is a big one of mine. Next, we all already have a errata on this. We'll go through each one quickly. So you can contain one trick arrow. I'm not sure what the errata is. I'm pretty sure it's you can only play one on a force. Well, that's how it works anyway. You can only play one on a force, whether it's the DC1 or Marvel trick arrows. But you can mix and match the trick arrow cards. You choose only 3, but you can use from this and Marvel set longs there, both in rotation, etc. when it is being done. So starting off on reveal, choose hit character after resolutions, knock character back 6 squares, increase knockback damage dealt by 1. Pretty decent one. Choose a hit character until next turn, line fire draws that characters by friendly characters can't be blocked. Maybe there's a niche where that would be useful, but it didn't seem that good, that one. Instead of normal damage, choose hit character or character adjacent to hit character. Character's half speed and becomes friendly to your force. Oh, so it's basically mind control on the arrow. Just it's not called mind control because then you get a move and attack, then it reverts back. Stun, choose a hit character. The character can't use speed or attack powers until your next turn. Oh, that's very good. I guess it's good for locking people down. This says on the card, stuns them. Choose a hit character. After resolutions, place a chosen character in their starting area. With the maps being so small, not as crazy. But I guess in Silver Age you still could put someone straight back to the start, which could be bigger maps, so it would be more viable. Because you do only get to choose 3 of these per force when you're playing a trick arrow. On reveal, choose a character until your next turn. Chosen character can't use team abilities or stop. Now that one's very good, especially in meta with all the Scots, the Kongs. Every character seems to have a stop click these days, so that will be very good. Find a lot of use for that one. Next we have booster gold. 008 even. I don't know. Probably probability control even. When booster gold uses it, an opposing character misses all targets. After resolutions, remove an action taken from a friendly character with a future or past keyword. Yeah, so you could remove him from himself. Yep, friendly, because he's friendly to himself. Decent. A nice little energy explode on his top dial. And then on his 40-point dial, he's more of a support piece. You can't beat a traded prob. Oh, he does have a team up as well. Team up. When Booster goes to start the game, if he's part of a Time Masters team, roll 2d6s and place them on his card. If he's 70 points, do 3 instead. When a character within range attacks, you may remove a d6 from this card and place a die on top of it. So that is very good. Replacing dice is really strong. But how viable is Time Masters? I'm guessing someone's going to give other people Time Masters keyword. Or a lot. I'm guessing a lot of the set does have that keyword. It's not one I've seen before. So next we have Ginny Hex. Maybe Jonah Hex's daughter or wife. When Ginny Hex hits with a ranged attack, if it was during your first action this turn, after resolutions, remove an action taken. Blades close and ranged. Yeah, it's alright. Be good and sealed maybe. 40 points for blades at range. Pretty cool. Also has a team up. If she's part of a Young Justice themed team, once per turn, a friendly character can use phase in as free, but only move 4 squares. Very good team up. Again, we'll have to see if there's a lot more Young Justice in this set. No, booster didn't. Next we have Prehistoric Warrior. Nothing on his card, 25 points. But comparing this to that Raptor, 5 clicks compared to the... I guess there's a later clicks, he's just an power. Super Strength's very useful. He's not really going to be dealing any damage. But for 25 points, 5 clicks is great. I wonder if someone summons these as well. I'm pretty sure no one summons the Raptors, but I like when generics have someone to summon them, so it's a more viable way to put them on the map. And then we have League Assassin, another generic. Stealth, range combat, that is a 12 attack, 3 damage at range. Very good up close later on as well. 25 points is okay. Again, I don't think I'd ever play this. If someone can summon it, it'd be cool, but I'd never been a fun time when I'd play a 9 movement stealth generic. If you play more than one, then none of them are going to have movement. Maybe there's something in the set that helps them. But here is one that is actually summoned by something. Friendly character with the soldier keyword is KO'd by an opposing effect. Give easy company soldier a formidable resolve token. 3. Remove the token. Amplifies stats by +1. I'm guessing this is, because it doesn't say anything about it here. It's solo click. I'll have to read there is a... Where is it? Can I jump to it, or is it too far up? We'll jump to it quick. Sergeant Rock. Just so we can see what it does with it. So power, generate one of those company soldiers. On click 5, so they do start on that 5 click when they're summoned. Then remove a number of formidable resolve tokens from soldier. If you do, for every 2 tokens, generate another adjacent. Wow. This game, these characters aren't scored, and they're not scored. That's very cool. We are going to jump back now. Just we've seen the summon bit. We'll go back to that later on though. So they all come in on that. 11 pen with sidestep. That's pretty decent when they're coming in for free. And if you store up enough result, oh, it could be 12-2 as well. With his easy company stuff. Next we have Black Hawk Pilot. This, yeah, another generic. On a friendly character with the soldier keyword is carried by an opposing effect, give Black Hawk off from up. So same thing. Did League have? No, they didn't have any. Just these two so far. Have the same keywords. Soldier and past, yeah, so they synergize quite well. So remove it, Black Hawk Pilot, and friendly characters, they carry this turn, can use super senses. It's not, oh, I didn't see that power over it. And then it has a damage power, enhancement. When you use it, modify attack. Yeah, attacking characters attack if they have the vehicle keyword. A lot more things with the vehicle keyword. Wheels of Vengeance being one of the main sets with a lot of that keyword. 30 points is decent. It's got TK as well. Next up, Time Trapper. 100 points or 50 points. Future past keywords. Probability control. When Time Trapper uses it and friendly character hits all targets, after resolutions, give an action token to hit target. Sees 3 characters. 6 range. It's a decent prob. I don't see it being used much outside of sealed. You could do decent sealed, I guess. There's no movement. It's always good to have a prob in sealed, and they're not the easiest to find, so you have to use what you get. Next up, another Superman. Superman with a prob. When Superman uses it, an opposing character misses all targets. Afterwards, you should remove an action token from a friendly character with future or past. Is that... I'm not going to scroll all the way back. I swear. Is that power throughout the set, Time Masters? I swear I've seen that on someone else. But anyway, he's got Defend and Run. That's on both his starting clicks, 85 and 50. Not the best Superman. There's much better Supermans out there for the points. Next up we have Daxamite. Quite a solid dial. 9 clicks for 120 points. No specials though. I don't really like characters without specials because, I mean, Daxamite, there has been a few of them made before. And I don't see a time where I'm going to use a figure with no specials when there's another version of that character with specials. 'Cause it just doesn't make it unique. Very standard. Not anything I'll be looking out for. Right, we've got 2 Batmans coming up now. So, same thing, that shift in focus. You can either heal or switch with another Batman. This one has a special... Oh no. Oh, it does. Sorry, I thought it was a mistake. But range combat expert is his damage power. 3. If Batman didn't begin to turn the map, make a ranged attack. Oh wow, so you switch into this one and get a free attack. When Batman hits with a ranged attack, if it's during your first action this turn, remove an action taken from him. That's quite good. There's a really good synergy between these so far. Same ability on this one. Batman didn't begin to turn the map, generated smoke. So whenever they come in, they seem to do something for free. Or give some sort of bonus from being switched. Still NG, when Batman kills a character, after resolutions, he can make an attack. 12 attack, Battlefield, they're actually quite good. We'll have to see the others, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of meta potential between them. Just because there's so many It's always good to have variety. You can deal with different things, and being able to switch out, get some free attacks off. Friendly characters with the keyword JLA. Oh, with mystical keyword have JLA. And defend once per turn. When a standard friendly character within 4 squares that shares the keyword Wonder Woman is targeted with an attack, you may choose to place Wonder Woman and the friendly character in each of his squares. She becomes the target. Wow. So the sculpt really makes sense for this. Is that? Oh yeah, there's a team up for it as well. She's like holding a shield out. She's going to block for someone basically jumping away. Decent. Oh, we did miss the team up. Team up is for listed. So Justice League or Justice League Dark. Friendly characters have Safeguard Mystics. If one is on Justice League Dark theme. Yeah. Then friendly characters have. Ooh. That's very good. Extra super senses. It's really strong at the minute. It's in a lot of things. The Wonder Woman and Spider-Man team abilities, as it gives your characters with super senses 4 to 6 rather than 5 6. Next up, we have a Dr. Fate. Shape change super senses. Wow, that's two very good powers to have as this trait. When you use either and succeeds, generate a Dr. Fate on click 6. This game, he isn't scored. This is very similar to the JLU Justice League Unlimited set. It had a Dr. Fate and then had a side dial, but I think you had to pay 10 points for each side dial in the Justice League set. This one doesn't cost. You get prob. That's very good. 50 points. Size step TK, so a bit of utility. And then you've got prob as well. Shape change super senses, so he's not dying quick. And if he does get it off, he's summoning someone with 20 defense at range, stealth, and enhancement. This is a character I want, and I'm going to try and get a few of these. That's really cool abilities. I like a piece that has a bit of everything. It's got 3 damage, 11 attack. It can attack. It can be a secondary attacker with that enhancement as well. Very good support as well as secondary attacker. Next up, a personal favourite character, Zatanna. Beginning of your turn, you may choose a power. Wow, so pick a power for 70 points on a... We're still in the commons. No, yeah, uncommon. That's very good. Pick a power on uncommon, as well as she starts with prob. I guess no movement, but you can pick a power if you need to move. Or you need to do something that requires you moving. She did have flight, so she could just be a carry piece as well. Very cool. Maybe at 70 points, a little bit overcosted. Pick a power is very good. It's so much versatility with that. Next up, Supernova. During game setup, increase the result of 2d6 roll to determine first player by +1 for each character with Time Stealers. Yep, so Time Stealers, I think we've seen a couple of them already. But probability control trait. Once per turn when Supernova uses it, if the result is higher than the previous result, you use it again. Wow. Is that... Oh, once per turn. Yep, that's the important bit. I say, could he still keep doing that? 50 points. It's okay. Running shot movement. It's decent, but 10 attack. It's got prob. I guess it's a special prob. And we'll move on from there though. That's not something I've not actually read anything about the Time Stealers, so I'm not the most rehearsed on these characters. Adjacent friendly characters with the marksman keyword have an extra target. Marksman, it looks like they're trying to build a lot into that at the minute with there's the arrows that are played for free. There's a lot of characters coming into the game as it is a new keyword. Decent, not much on the dial. Can target through characters though and buffs marksman. So maybe, I think it's Green Arrow. But if you're on a marksman team, he has a team up card for it. We will see that in a little bit though. When Beast Boy hits, after resolutions, You may give him a transform token and roll a d6. Add a number of his transform tokens to the result. 7. Remove any tokens Beast Boy placed with the character name Beast Boy. On the same click number. Wait, so if you get this off, there is a Colossal Beast Boy in this set that we'll look at in a bit. But same click number, so if you're on click 1, wait, how to get him again? After hit, he hits. Wow, so if you hit once and then get lucky on a roll, you could have a 120 point Beast Boy coming out, because that's what the Colossal is pointed at. That's very good, and it has blades, precision. When you use blades, characters modify speed until next turn. Very good combo between this and the Colossal. As I said, we will look at the Colossals a bit later. Right, quick draw. As soon as it hits you, oh, that's an ability we saw on that Batman earlier. So I'm guessing there are a few traits that go through our theme to this set, where a few characters do have that. Unique modifier, friendly characters named Carter Hall, Hawkman, or Nighthawk, modified defense +1. She does have a team up. If friendly characters have the quick draw trait, they can use it even in time. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of people with the quick draw trait, I'm guessing, to synergize with that. Okay. Next we have Anthro. This guy looks like the prehistoric warriors, so I'm guessing there'll be some synergy there. When Anthro attacks a character with giant or colossal, that character can't use defense powers. Can't use is always very good. Leadership support. That's what his team up does. Apologies. First time each turn a friendly character. Wait. A friendly character attacks a character. Oh wow. That one's just when he attacks, and team up makes it a friendly character. Listed theme. So Brute or Past. Wow, Brute's quite strong as well. I guess 55 points is a bit overpowered. We just, yeah, it's basically the same sculpt. It's pretty good though. I think it might be a bit overpowered to have any sort of meta potential. Can't use is very good, but I don't think it's worth. So at the beginning of the game, 4 characters trait. Oh, target trait. We've seen this a lot already in other sets. You get extra points when you score a certain character who you target. As part of a Batman theme team, you can use support and sidestep. As part of League of Assassins theme teams, you can use precision and pen. Decent. I guess in stuff like Sealed, if you pull this, might be decent just to throw on a character, because you'll get an extra 25 points if you do kill them, as per this ability. Next is Sergeant Rock. We have looked at this. We didn't look at his Formidable Resolve though. His one is the first time he would be KO'd, instead remove all his Formidable Resolve tokens, return to his last non-KO click, then heal him for each one removed. So he dies and then comes back. Quite a cool sculpt as well. I quite like these sergeants. It's part of the theme team. Friendly character with Formidable Resolve trait. This character starts the game with a token. Ooh, that's quite good. So there is a few good synergy abilities in this set. I'm noticing there's quick draw so far. There's the Formidable Resolve. Maybe there might be a few more as we go on. Here's another Formidable Resolve though. This one is Super Senses. Once you use it, you may remove a Formidable token to re-roll. And then she has movement, running shot. When Lady Blackhawk moves, after resolution, she may remove any number of Formidable tokens from her. If you do, place that many characters as soldier keyword within a range adjacent. Any number. I'm just rereading that. Yeah, so she can. It's basically a bit like Blackheart, but obviously a lot weaker. And Blackheart did just get a huge nerf. She pulls characters up with her if she has Formidable Resolve. decent. Maybe in the future, who knows? There could be some sort of yeah, if you're not playing with him to get the theme, I guess you could play a soldier team, because then you start with a formidable resolve, because the only other way to get it is by KOing someone. So it is quite hard to get those tokens on. But if you play him, he only has 55 point dial as well. It's quite costly just to get that done. Next up we have Hal Jordan. Yep, there's that Time Master's ability we saw on Superman. So that's another one throughout the set. He has a prob. I won't read it. Removes an action token, same as Superman did. End shield, toughness, willpower as his defense powers. He's okay. Nothing crazy. 40 points and 70. Decent. We have another Superman. Just is that? Oh no, I can say the dial looks, the sculpt even looks very similar. Apparently not. He's got his hands up in this one, so he does have a bit of a longer special. Long live the Legion. Sidestep. Once for all characters trait. When friendly characters are geared, it's damaged by an opposing effect. Roll a d6. Is this for every? Yeah, it's for everyone. Friendly characters are Legion Superior's keyword modifier listed. Oh wow, so you give +1 attack or defense. Or if you roll a 6, you get +1 to all combats for all the Legion of Superiors. It then has, oh yeah, trait. All friendly characters have Slosh, which is Legion of Superiors. They have the Superman team ability as well. Right, we're into the rares. Getting to the better stuff now. We are starting off with 2 Batmans. Why is that not? Oh, lagging a bit. So he has the trait to switch or heal. And then when he hits with a close attack, if you didn't begin to turn the map, choose an equipment. You can remove equipment from the game. That's pretty cool. And then he has leap, climb, sidestep, passenger free. And he gives adjacent characters the dolphin symbol. Next we have same trait, start the shifting. Smoke cloud free, generate 2. When you use it and didn't begin the map, after resolution, do 1 penetrate into opposing characters occupying those markers. And then enhancement, safeguard mystics and gives it to people adjacent. Next we have Morgane Le Fay. She does have a team card that's already been routed. We'll look at that in a sec. Once per game, stop. That's an attack power. There's a lot of things that are like can't use defense powers, so that's a way of getting around that. Still NG. I've noticed they're doing that a bit more now, putting it not just in the defense spot. First time it's revealed, after deal 1 penetrate into all opposing characters within 3 squares. When an opposing character within range is damaged by mystics, after resolutions heal a friendly character with mystical 1 click. Mind control sidestep, opposing characters within range can't generate non-debris terrain. Oh wow, so it stops generation of terrain. Oh, that is only at the 125 though. Or if you hit the stop click. Cool looking. Decent. It's got enough going for it to be a viable rare. Let's look at the team up card though. When establishing theme, change friend character with armor or mystical game Camelot. Part of Camelot theme, when friend character damages an opponent character, heal her 1. Okay. Camelot, that's not, I don't think that's a new keyword in this set as well. It's not one I've seen anyway. Once per turn, when Robin hits, choose friendly character that shares keyword Robin and a power printed on the card. That character can't use the chosen power until your next turn. Can't use, very good. One of the best things you can have. Improved outwit basically. So he gets around a lot of powers and specials that stop outwit. Once per turn for all characters with trait. When he misses, after resolution, Robin make an attack targeting the character missed if able. So he got, yeah, he's got marksman. I was gonna say he's got a bow there, so he looked like he might. Very good. I was going to say for 30, but I guess a bit of odd powers to have. You have charge rather than his bow ranging, which is on the 60-point click with running shot. Just throws it off a bit if you're starting on you're charging with your bow. Decent though, marksman. It's quite a cheap 30-point marksman there, and it can attack when you miss. Next up, we have the thing I mentioned earlier, Green Arrow's team up. If he's on a marksman theme team, when a friendly character hits with a ranged attack, note the attack. And when a friendly character attacks and attack matches the attack roll, note during this action, attack is critical. So you basically note all your rolls down. Once you hit the same roll that you've done, same total, you then makes the attack a critical, which is very good if you're hitting a lot, if you've got like a swarm sort of team. But next up, anyway, we have precision on the attack power. When Green Arrow is given a range action, he may modify his range +3. If he does, can't target more than one character to this action. Range combat expert. When Green Arrow attacks, opposing characters can't use mastermind or shape change. I've already obtained this. Very cool piece. I don't know if there's enough to make a good marksman team yet. Maybe there is, but it's definitely getting there. There's a lot of good marksmen coming into the game. Next up, we have Etrigan. We have a prime version and normal. So the normal one has charge flurry on his movement special, energy spray precision even. When Etrigan damages an opposing character after resolution, you may generate a fire smoke terrain. So same sort of thing from Words of Vengeance. At the beginning of the turn, yeah, they take 1 damage, so it's the same sort of marker. Very good dial, 30 points. Very 3 clicks. Decent. It also got charge flurry with blades exploit. Deadly combo. Bit of a glass cannon with the toughness though. The prime sideline active. When a friendly character with mystical or passkey which hits an attack roll of 10 or more, after resolutions play Etrigan and sideline in the red starting line. So it'd come in on a 75 click. Oh, if it was Etrigan. Yeah, if it's Etrigan and it comes in on his full 115. So there's like a combo between these two. And so line and do 1 penetrating damage to each character opposing that are adjacent. And then this one has blades, poison, precision. None on either of the top dials though. And then stop, super senses, toughness, power. This is on the stop click. The defense power. Power, roll a d6. 1 to 2, deal him 1 unavoidable Gs. 3 to 5, heal him 2. 6, heal Etrigan 3, and then deal 3 damage to an opposing character. Jeez, that's very RNG reliant. Imagine getting straight to that stop click and then rolling a 1 or a 2. And he just dies. I mean, the 6 is very good. It's risky though, very risky. I wouldn't say it's good enough to be a prime. These days, primes are, or they seem to be, like crazy sort of like meta or some sort of meta ability where they could be viable. And this one, I wouldn't use a prime slot for it. I don't think it's good enough. Maybe in a certain theme team. I guess there's not that many Etrigans out there. But moving on, we have Supergirl rare. Cool sculpt. She does have a sword, I believe, in her hand, which is not shown in the picture. When a friendly character is damaged by an attack, Supergirl hasn't healed them yet this turn. After resolution, heal that character 1 click. Wow, so whenever someone's taking damage, they get heal. And then Wonder Woman, stop impervious. Not Wonder Woman, Woman of Tomorrow. I read that bit first. And then we have the Red Kryptonite Empowerment special. When Supergirl attacks or is attacked by 1 or more characters with Giant or Colossal, modify her combat values by +1 until your next turn. So that is only on the stop, click, and start and dial for 70. decent, decent rare even. Almost said super rare. We've not had many good super girls recently, other than the Iconics one is actually really good. I'd say it's better than this as well. Similar sort of points. I think you can have that at 50 or 75. Cool sculpt. Next, oh, I thought that was a Batman, but it's Nighthawk. We have quick draw, same ability from earlier, where if you're the first action in the turn, you can remove an action token. And then it's got unique modifier, friendly character named Cinnamon, Hawk Girl, or Shiera Hall. Modify attack +1. Precision 3, make a ranged attack, but only target character that hit with a ranged attack since your last turn. Marksman again. Decently long dial. So this one, I've heard so much about this one. Per Degaton. Hopefully I haven't said that wrong, probably have. Starts the game with time disc for each 20 points of its point value. If it has a time disc token when it would be carried by an opposing effect, instead turn him to a different starting line. And then if he has no, so you pay 20 points. Reading that, he would die from the 20 points, I believe. Yeah, so he starts the game with time saving 20 points each point value. Oh no, so you can come back once, so he'd die, you'd change him to another click, and then you remove his, or is it instead of remove a time disc token from him. Then if he has no time disc tokens, KO him. Oh no, so you wouldn't come back to life for 20 points. You'd go to the click, remove one, then if he has no tokens, which he wouldn't, he would then die. Is that how it works? That didn't seem to... Oh, I guess for 20 you just die, then at 40 you'd come back once, then at 60 you'd come back twice. And then during game setup, after your opponent has placed their characters, you may choose an opposing figure and place it into any other square. It's starting area. That's very good. You can really annoy a team. Say if someone needs to be next to someone else, off the top of my head, say Black Lanterns need the Scott Nerrim to support, you could just move him to the other side of the map. It has to be on their starting line, but that is the whole side of that map, so you could throw someone quite far away from the team. And then he has traded prop. When an opposing character misses him, or rolls a 1-2 for his, is that the, what's it called, hyper time, that's it. Yep, after resolution still hit them 1 penetrating. So if they miss him, then we'll look at his, wow, he sees through a lot and moves through. So we've got see through characters, move through characters, target from adjacent, and go through walls. Wow, he's got TK, leadership, I guess, or outwit and enhance. Very good support. 3 different point values as well. You get the same dial for each, but you come back to life more for each point. Next, we have the Flash rare. Shape change, but succeeds on a 4-6. When the Flash uses it and succeeds after evolution, place him in a square within line of fire up to 5 squares away from his current square. Then he's got Hypersonic. The Flash uses it, he has move through walls and I thought you can move through elevated with Hypersonic anyway. It may have got changed and the last rules changed. And when he attacks during it, characters within 1 square are considered adjacent to him regardless of terrain. It's alright. Very standard Flash. Next up, another errata. We have a reverse Flash, sideline active at the beginning of the game. Choose an opposing character. When a character attacks and misses targets after evolution, you may generate. So when an opposing character attacks and misses, you generate him on click 4, adjacent to that character. That's actually quite good. Sideline generation is always a good thing. It's got Hypersonic throughout its dial with its special power. When Reverse Flash uses it, he may use Flurry Oh wow. And then prob shape change. That's a really good 40 points that. He comes on click 4, so he gets all his powers. He'd have Flurry, Hypersonic, prob shape change. And with specials when he comes in from his sideline. Really good. I'm not sure it beats other primes that have been made in meta, but it's definitely got something. It'd be good on certain teams. Next up we have GI Robot. Oh, that's a long dial. 115 points. When a friendly character with the soldier keyword is carried by an opposing effect, give GI Robot oh, so probably should have read that first bit. Formidable Resolve. 3. Remove any number of Formidable Resolve tokens from GI Robot. 2 next turn, modify hero combats by each token. Except damage, sorry, missed that bit. So I guess if you get 3 of him, you could make him 22 defense. Wow. 15 attack. It doesn't do damage, but still quite crazy. Then we have defense power stop, toughness. When he uses it, you may remove any number of resolve tokens. So I guess you want to make a swarm team and then it'll power up people like this guy. If you do, reduce damage by an additional 1 for each token removed this way. Wow. Ooh, sorry, yawning. Defense power, damage power even. Close combat expert. That's on. All the stop clicks have that. But he does lose movement every time he hits the stop click as well. When he KOs a non-standard character after illusion healing 1. Bit niche that. Very cool dial. Would work really well with the company soldiers. It's got that outfit, so I'm guessing that's what it's made for. There could be a fun little team to be made here of the company soldier generics and the Sergeant Rock, was it? Yeah, Sergeant Rock. Next up we have Black Beetle. During game setup you place your opponent's terrain markers. Oh wow, that's quite cool. I haven't seen this one yet. 3 once per game, generate a terrain marker of 5 points or less from your sideline. Enhancement and power. Adjacent friendly characters modify attack +1. 75 points. It's okay. Not a big fan. This one, it's got a lot of what's the word? Speculation around it, maybe. I've seen a lot of people saying how broken it is, and then others saying that it's not that bad. I'll read it to start. 3. Choose an opposing character within range and line fire and a standard power. The character can't use the power until Blue Beetle chooses again. So that's a very strong ability. And then range. Make a range attack target a single character with a point value equal or less than Blue Beetle's point value. If he hits, roll a d6. Can't be rerolled or replaced. 1 to 4. Damage character is penetrating, and after resolution, hit character gets a token. So 1 to 4, decent, makes it penetrating. He does have this power on his... Oh, it's traded. So he always has that. Wait. Oh yeah, sorry, there's a power at the bottom, I didn't see that. Yes, that's traded. He also gets to turn off a power traded. So that's that one. 5 to 6 though. Instead of normal damage, remove the character from the game. Remove characters are scored. Wow. So 45 points. I guess anything under 45 you could attack with this ability. And then if you roll 5-6, it can't be re-rolled or replaced in any way. If you roll 5-6, you just remove them from the game completely. Which is quite crazy. It's not a power we've seen before. I'll read this last one. Is choose a standard attack power. Blue Beetle can use it. So he picks a power for his attack. He turns off a power for a trait. And if he hits anything lower points than it and rolls for 5-6, it removes it from the game. So that is very good, considering you can play him at 45 points. I guess the higher you play him, the higher the character you can remove from the game. But that is very reliant on getting lucky. You need a 5-6, which the odds are against you to roll that. but it's still very good, very good. I feel like another piece paired with this in the future could make it like broken and need fixing. But right now I think it's okay. Removing a character from the game is crazy, but there's a few stipulations to how you can do that, so it's not that bad. Next up, we're in super rares. Our first super rare, we have a, I can't think of the word now, shifting focus Batman. You can either heal or change to one of the other Batman. He has pulse wave. When he uses it, if it didn't begin to turn the map, hit opposing character given an action token. Jeez, so imagine getting this in the middle of their team. Poison, when Batman uses it, opposing characters in range and line fire are considered adjacent. Opposing characters in range fire must break away as if they were adjacent. Basically, it ties up everything in like a free radius. It can poison everyone. It's got plus. One of the best tie-up pieces we've seen in a long while. Larfleeze had a similar ability where within range they'd have to break away from him. But the plus on this, it's just very good. Probably the best shift and focus we've seen yet. Especially with the pulse wave that gives tokens if he's just been switched to. The only issue I see with these is you always sort of want to be getting the power up from switching and stuff. I don't see when if you're using this to tie up, I don't feel like you're going to switch to another Batman, so you won't really be getting this effect off unless there's one. I guess, and then they could just break away. That's why I'm just not a big fan of shifting. This is very strong by itself. This is strong. This would be a very good piece just by itself. Next up, Despero. All characters with trait, when not use TK after resolution to one unavoidable character to characters placed. Wow, so this fully just stops TK. You're not TKing while this guy's around. In the game, choose an element on the opponent's sideline. While Despero is on the map, the chosen element can't use sideline active effects or leave its sideline. Wow, and then it's got pen TK. Another friend, yeah, so he can still use TK. Basically just means he's TK and nobody else is. It's okay, decent 50 points. Next up though, John Constantine. It's been a while since we've seen one. I think the last one we saw was an LE one. That was like a prize thing. But in sets, I think it's been since Trinity. Justice League Trinity War, which is a long time ago. There has been, in animated Batman, Zatanna did summon a bunny called Constantine. Yeah, it's been a while. And this one it's been worth the wait. Opposing characters can't use prob. An opposing character in range is outwit plates. Before they choose target, you may roll d6. So 1 he takes, 1 unavoidable. 4 to 6 though, you may choose a friendly or opposing character within range line fire to become the target of that power instead. So basically you steal their outwit or perplex on a 4 to 6 roll. As well as other characters can't prob. It's crazy. This guy has outwit prob and stealth free. Place him into, I don't know, place John Constantine up to 4 squares away from his current square. So he can move 4 for free. He's got outwit prob, stops any opposing prob, rolls to see if he not even stops outwit and perplex, he uses them on your own team. So you power up your own team instead of theirs. He stops their prob and has prob. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be in a lot of meta. Just stop, other characters can't use prob. How would it work if both teams have a John? Would they both not be able to use it, or other characters can't, so he could still use it? Not sure on that one, but yeah, this is definitely meta. Very good. Stopping all the big support powers, outwit, perplex, prob. Very good. Next up, we have a very cool skull. Looks, well, I say Vecna from Stranger Things looks almost identical. So there might be a good custom to be made here. Just make it like white and it'll be Vecna. But anyway, plasticity, poison, free, generate a plant terrain marker within 4 squares. So synergy with the plant terrain still, with the poison ivies and stuff like that. When this marker, same as the man thing as well. When this marker hinders, yes, same thing. +2 to defense if it hinders. 3, make close attack, but only to target character occupying square with a plant terrain marker, regardless of adjacency. I thought for a second there's going to be 3 stops. Shape change, support, 3, choose one to next turn. It can either be tiny, normal, or giant. And then super senses, this is on the last 3 clicks. Remove one plant terrain markers in 4 squares. We'll swamp in this game. If you do, regen is free. Okay, so you can generate, so basically you can regen for free every turn he's on those last clicks. You can just generate one, destroy it. It's decent. There's going to be some crazy swamp teams going on. And then, oh, this. I'd say probably the coolest figure in the set. 3, generate a grave hindering terrain marker in 4 squares. It's Black Lantern. If you haven't seen any of the Black Lanterns from Notorious, they made a lot of the Justice League as Black Lanterns, and a Necron which lets you heal above your starting line. Basically, you can start this for 75 points, and then it can heal above its starting line for each when it's stood in grave terrain. He can place himself within 4 squares. You can move 4 for free. Into charge flurry, that's on both 75 and 125, as well as poison, steel energy, quake. 3, choose character not back this turn and generate a grave in their square. Opposing characters occupying grave terrain markers can't reduce damage. So if you have someone else generating these things, you can basically throw one, move up 4 squares. He can place one under the character you want to hit. Charge flurry him. They can't use the reduce damage, so they're taking, if you hit, they're taking 4 damage, and then 4 damage again with flurry. Very cool. Sculpt's incredible. Black Lantern could be a meta that's up and coming. I mean, I have seen a few teams with the Batman Black Lantern, as it hinders all line of fire. Moving on though, we have Rip Hunter. So he has that Time Masters thing where he has prob, and then you can remove an action token. Same as Superman had earlier on. He has a movement. Oh, let's not jump ahead. He has one more trait. At the beginning of your turn, he has no countdown tokens. Roll a d6 and give him a number of countdown tokens equal to a result. When a character makes an attack, remove one of his tokens. When his last token is removed, that attack would hit all targets. It becomes a critical hit. If it would miss, it becomes a critical miss. 40 points. It's got phasing, teleport, carrying 4 people. Friendly characters of future past and no action tokens do not require a line of fire. And using prob, wow. It's decent. Cool sculpt as well. It's not just stood there, he's got, I believe, a blackboard behind him as well. Next, Shadow. Range, make up to 3 range attacks. When she does, she can't target characters that took damage this turn. Stealth, running shot. Range combat expert, enhance. Friendly character marksman, modified range +1. Another marksman, another assassin as well. 2 keywords that are up and coming. I feel like in a year or so from now they're going to dominate the meta. Not necessarily this piece, just people with the assassin and marksman is going to be big. And then your turn. Oh, we have moved on. It's decent. 30 points. Get 2 clicks. Clock King is next. We have at the end of your turn, each player may remove an action token from a friendly character. So this sort of helps them as well as you, which is alright, but once per game, when you finalise attack roll, it's 1-1. You have that roll become a critical hit. And then the opposite as well, once per game, when a 6, you can make a critical miss. It also has prob throughout. When this click is first revealed, give an opposing character an action token within range. It's alright, 60 points. Probably a bit overcosted. it's quite high for a support. I guess the days of Scott Porter is going to be the figure, to be clear, is coming to an end, as it is about to rotate. So maybe low point prob / support isn't going to be that viable. But saying that again, when you look at John Constantine and then Clock King, which one you're going to choose it's not a competition at all. Next up, Madame Xanadu. When opposing character would choose team ability, you may instead choose that team ability. You must choose a team ability that they could have selected though, so it has to be a legal choice. We have 35 points, prob. Once you use it for the roll, if you guess the finalised roll, or hit all targets, or miss at least one target after resolutions, if you guess correctly, you may use prob an additional time. Decent, nice little 35 point prob, it's got sidestep TK. Next we have the Prime version. Did she have... No, she didn't have the Tarot team ability. The Prime does though, so you can play a Tarot deck with her. She does come with cards. If a player will draw a Tarot card from their deck, you may roll a d6, 4 to 6, the player can't draw a Tarot card this turn. Perplex. When Madame Xanadu uses it to target another friendly character that shares a keyword with her, that character can use Mastermind until your next turn. So perplex someone and it gives them Mastermind. And then she has 30 points or 60. Prob. When a friendly character with mystical keyword takes damage after resolution, you may look up the top 2 cards of your opponent's Tarot deck. Put one of those cards at the bottom of the deck. It's very Tarot reliant, so if both teams don't have a Tarot, you're not going to be doing much to them. It's just prob perplex. It's okay. I'm never been a big fan of Tarots, to be honest with you. Next up, it's a big guy. We have Darkside, 300 points. Look at that dial. Once per game, when he would be KO'd, you may instead roll a d6 and turn him to a matching click number. So the deal with all this: kill him, you roll a d6. If you roll a 1, he's straight back to his top click, 300 points. I mean, you could go as low as half dial if you roll a 6. When Darkside KOs opposing character after resolutions, KO all opposing characters that share a name with that character. Very good. So any sort of team with, say, generics or something that summons, that's going to be devastating for. And then this has been errated. Darkside can reduce pen damage. And when Darkside destroys a terrain marker after resolution, deal 2 unavoidable to an opposing character adjacent to the square that terrain marker last occupied this turn, and then remove an action token from him. He can't be tied down because he ignores characters. He targets through just about everything, moves through just about everything. Absolute powerhouse. I can't wait to play this piece. Another powerhouse, not as much as power, but when Vandal Savage will be carried, instead placing a character in the sideline for equal or less points with the pass keyword. And the last one, so if you play him at 150 points, and say it's a game where you score points, you can just change him to something that's like 20 points with the, what's the keyword, with the pass keyword, and then they'd only ever score those 20 points for it, because it's before he's KO'd, so switch. Vandal Savage's combat values can't be modified for opposing characters. He's got Stealth, Mastermind, Leadership. When Vandal Savage carries an opposing character after resolution, remove an action from him and heal 1. Charge Flurry in his top, and Flex Shape Change. It's decent, it's got 3 clicks. I don't see much use for it, to be honest. It'll have its niche in certain games or certain keywords. Next up we have Green Lantern. Willpower combat reflexes. When Green Lantern uses willpower and succeeds until your next turn, and Green Lantern rolls for the effect of using a single d6, increase the result by 1. Then he has on his movement, Flurry. Phase and Teleport as 3. When Green Lantern uses it, roll a d6 and move up to a result instead of speed value. And then Shape Change, Close Combat Support. I don't. I like him at 65 because he's got that shape change, close combat. I guess he's decent at 100 as well. That bonus he gets from the +1 is huge. Sort of annoying that he doesn't get this shape change special with on a top click even. Looks cool, it's alright. Next, Caveman Wally West. Opposing character in 3 squares can't use super senses, which in the current state of the game, super senses is huge with the Spider-Man and Wonder Woman team abilities buffing it. Then Hypersonic, when you use it after solutions, if you know it's going to click number, leave him to click 8, which is this one. If you do, give him an action. Any action is free, so basically, Hypersonic, you hit, stay where you are, turn to this click, choose to flurry, then your flurry blades exploit, and then you switch back to his click that he was on. That's absolutely crazy how many times you're going to hit for 50 points. So I guess his attack's quite low, but that's a very good. Turns off super sense as well. Very good figure that. 50 points. Looks cool as well. Next up, we have our first of the deity dials. A big thing that's coming to the game in. It's in the Black Panther set, yeah, because that's all the deity stuff. So this one is Poseidon. When Poseidon attacks target character with that deity keyword, modified defense -1. He has safeguard, opposing flex, and prob. Sideline active. It does look like all the deities are going to have sideline active abilities, which would be really cool. It'd make them more usable, because I feel like the gods and stuff are always like a big high point piece. They're never the cheap support. So having them as sideline active is a good way to get them into games. Once per game, when friendly characters use Quake, 4 characters within 1 square of them are in Water Train. That character may use Exploit. Target. It can target 3 characters. Giant reach 6 for that attack. If they do, Poseidon is on the map. They deal 3 instead. That's crazy. In Quake leadership, when Poseidon rolls D6, single D6 after illusion may generate a number of water trains within range equal to result. A very good piece to like flood a map. If you ever, I guess like stuff like Kamo and things where they summon stuff that dies if they're not in water. Really good way to flood the map, this guy. Got some cool unique abilities. But that is the super res done. We're on to the big chasers now. Starting us off, we have Bat Prince. At the beginning of your turn, you may generate a bystander on this card that's not already been generated this game. That friendly character, friendly bystanders have stealth. That's the Batman team ability. When a friendly character missed by an attack, add solution to replace them in occupied square, 4 squares. So we'll take a quick look at these tokens he summons. We have Richard, nice outwit, Timothy with perplex and sidestep Quake, and then Cassandra, very hard to hit, tie up piece. Opposing characters can't use print team abilities from characters in their KO area. Very niche, but I guess it stops a few things, but it is a bit. Stop impervious. When this click is revealed, this game Bat Prince has flight and range value 5. You just get that quite early if you play him at 4 points. It's alright. I'm not the biggest Batman fan. I am a big Superman fan though. Here we go. Characters take a maximum of 3 damage from attacks. Characters without the mystical keyword can't positively modify their attack value when attacking Kal-El. Leadership. When Prince Kal-El uses it and succeeds, after collisions, you may remove an action from a friendly character with Superman or Batman. Decent. Hypersonic, once per turn, when Prince Kal-El uses it and hits, after resolutions, another friendly character with ruler keyword may make an attack targeting a hit character. So, nice little wombo combo. For 150 points, seeing 20 on the dial is still just crazy. Seems ridiculous. He does only have 3 damage though, but I guess he does. Characters take a maximum of 3. It's alright. Next we have Diana. All friendly characters within 4 squares modified attack +1. When a friendly character with Kryptonian keyword makes attack after resolutions, they may use sidestep. Then we have Empower. When Diana attacks, if this is the first attack after resolution, remove that keyword and place Diana adjacent. Wow. So you can jump around the map a bit. She has move through characters charge and flurry. That's only on the top 2 clicks of 100 and 150. And when you use flurry, the first attack deals penetrating damage, and character hit by second attack get an action token. And impervious super senses. It's a good Wonder Woman. Next up, now this is really cool. Green Man, which is Lex Luthor with, I've been calling this guy Joker for ages just by his look. He's got Green Lantern, it just looks like the Joker. As I said, I've not read the, what is it, it's Knights of Steel, is it? Dark Knights of Steel book, which a lot of these characters are from. Looks very cool though. Green Lantern version of Lex Luthor. Big fan of Lex Luthor. He's Superman's biggest bad guy. He had Energy Explode, Pen. Once per turn, Green Man carries a character after resolution, so you may make an attack. So imagine just pinging someone, you kill him, you hit him, you're hitting everyone adjacent to him for 2 because Energy Explode and it's penetrating. And if you kill someone, you can then do that again. It's quite crazy if you can get the combo off. And then Invincible Mastermind is defense. Enhancement, Outwit, once per game. When adjacent friendly character hits, you may choose that character can't use stop attacks. Adjacent friendly characters have modified range 1 and sees through elevated. That is on his 30-point support dial. Very good at his support dial. You can play the broadsword construct on him for free, which gives him +1 defense and blades at range. So it's a very good piece. Good support, stops stop clicks, as well as boosts your range. So very good support piece for 30. And then at 150 it's just a fun brawler as well. Really like this piece. I have already acquired one. Big fan. Speaking of big fan, and I have already acquired, Harley Quinn Chase. We have Harley Quinn will take 3 or more damage. She takes 1 instead. 3. Remove an action. Remove adjacent non-debris hindering terrain marker and generate a fire smoke can't speak today. Fire smoke terrain marker in each square that marker last occupied. So it's that fire marker. It deals 1 damage. Characters in the markers. And then Pulse Wave, when Harley uses it, friendly characters are not dealt damage, and after resolutions, friendly characters within range modify attack +1. It's almost like a next Scott. Both the Scots are about to rotate. The Scott Porters, 30 points. Small support piece. Got a really good Pulse Wave that doesn't hurt your own team. Powers up your team even. A very good piece. And I mean, it's Harley Quinn playing a ukulele, so what's not to like? Next we have the Supergirl, Zala, and it's Zara. Anyway, Zara Jor-El carries an opposing character with Assassin or Spy keyword, score an additional 10 points. When she attacks, opposing characters can't use Mastermind or Shape Change. Then unique modifier, same as Wonder Woman's, but hers is to increase damage. When a friendly character with Amazon keyword deals damage, that damage can't be reduced below 1. So Amazon's getting a nice little combo as well. The Wonder Woman set that was released, the Connex set, is really good for Amazon. It gives a lot of people the Amazon keyword, so there could be a decent little Amazon team coming on. When she hits, if it's first attack of the turn after resolution, place another character adjacent that shares the keyword. That's very good. So if you need to make sure she's hitting the first attack, then she can just pull someone up next to her. It's a decent dial, not crazy, but it's a piece I want. Looks really cool. Big fan of Supergirl. If it is Supergirl, I'm pretty sure it is. Next up, we have King Jefferson. Opposing characters can't use super strength, Superman, team ability, or flight if they're within 7 squares of your starting area. Which on these smaller maps is a lot of the map. Then he has another trait. Once per game, if you occupy an opponent's starting area, choose a square on the map. For each character in your KO area, deal 3 penetrating damage to opposing character adjacent or occupying one or more of the chosen squares. Basically, if your whole team dies and he's still up, run to their starting area, power action, and you're dealing a lot of penetrating damage to a lot of characters. And then he has stop pulse wave on his attack power, and enhancement leadership. Friendly characters share a keyword. King Jefferson can use prob, but only during range attacks. He has that throughout. Now we're into we're into Colossals. There's Ultra Chase in this set, Superman. The one where he's flying around the Earth to reverse, well, time travel basically. Turn back time. So he's 100 points. He starts with he has hypersonic throughout. When Superman uses it, he can use prob. So hypersonic with prob throughout. And then once again, at the beginning of your turn, if standard from character was KO'd by an opposing effect since the end of your turn, last turn, you may have each player starting view place all figures on their force into the starting area on their starting clicks. If you do, each player may generate a number of bystanders characters with costs greater than 0 from their carrier area into the starting area on their starting clicks, so long as doing so does not bring the total points of the characters on that player's force above their build total. Each player scores 100 victory points and your turn ends. It's a complicated one. It's sort of reminds me of the old Captain Marvel Ultra Chase that you got from, was it EarthX? I can't remember, but yeah, the Ultra Chase basically brings everyone back to life in that, and this is sort of similar. Really big fan of Skull, not the biggest fan of the Dial. Right, now we're into the big boys. So we'll only read this one once because Jurassic League, all these Justice League dinosaurs have it. Quake is free, but only if this character hit with an attack this turn. So quickly click through, they all have that special Quake. And then Batman, well, Batwalker. If Batwalker occupies a printed square of hindering terrain, line of fire is drawn to any Batwalker occupies are hindered. So basically, you can hide in one square of hindering, even though you're colossal. Hunting Joker Zard. Now that's, I wish we got the villains in this as well, or at least some of them. That would have been awesome to see. When an opposing character kills a friendly character, give that character a revenge token. When Batwalker attacks a character with one or more revenge tokens, modifies damage and attack by +1. Then has running shot. When Batwalker attacks a character at a lower elevation, damage dealt is penetrating. It's alright. I think it's one of the worst styles out of the dinosaurs. Right, next up. Oh, Superman's got team up. Wow, Super Saw. Same ability, Quake. Defend, sports free, but only to choose smaller characters. Charge, but do not half speed. Free. Is that? So he has 10 charge basically. Place Superstar adjacent to an opposing character. You knock back at least one square this turn. Then make a close attack. I really like this one. Looks cool. We'll see what this one does quickly. In a game, friendly characters have Justice League trait. You may choose a friendly character if that character's next highest point value is no more than 50 points higher than their current point value. Turn them to the highest starting. Wow. So you basically upgrades one of your pieces to higher points. That's very... I've never seen that team up before. That's very cool. But yeah, it's got some decent clicks on there. It's got charge, don't half speed through a lot of his dial. 50 points, he's got 8 movement that, so that's pretty decent. Next, Wonderdon has that special Quake. Defend, friendly characters share a keyword. Wonderdon, you can use Mastermind, but only to choose her. And then once per game. If one dies outdoors, place up to 6 squares away. If you do, after resolutions, you may use Quake as free. Instead, deals damage equal to a printed value. So if you do that when she's got exploit, you're doing 4 exploit Quake damage after moving 6 squares. And then opponent's characters within 3 squares can't use Perplex or Outwit. So stops some decent support powers. Next up, we spoke about him earlier. There's the little Mastermind. This is the big colossal one. So you don't even have to pay for the little one. Begin the game, generate that one we saw earlier, the common. On this card, this game that characters can use range, close, and free actions, and use powers and abilities while on Mastermind's card, and does so as if it occupies his square. When it's KO'd, that character drops to the map. We've got Stop Impervious, one click of that, and then Shape Change, but succeeds on 4 to 6. That's on a lot of his starting dial. When he uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, deal 2 damage to an opposing character other than the attacker within range and line of fire. Very cool. Next up, though, we have the Ultra Humanite. This is, I think, my favourite Colossal in the set. He has when establishing Fiend teams, friendly characters with animal keyword gain Time Stealers. So anything with animal, you're making a Time Stealers. And if you remember earlier, there's quite a few things that synergize with that. Power, choose up 2 friendly characters with the animal keyword and move them each 3 squares. So he sort of slingshots animals up the map. Opposing characters can't carry more than 1 character. Niche, but still cool. And then this is a strong thing. You can play him at 55 points. Mind Control, when Ultra Humanite uses it, you may target opposing characters adjacent to 2 or more friendly characters with the animal or Time Stealers keyword, regardless of range and line of fire. Basically, you run your characters up, get them next to each other, and then he can target Mind Control through them. Really cool piece. It is also a T-Rex holding like a little. Is it a is it a calculator? I can't remember off the top of my head. Right, next. That's one thing about the set. They have reused sculpts a lot. I guess they're different colours, but next we have another thing we spoke about earlier. If you remember, the Beast Boy. This one has Charge Flurry. It can turn into this if it rolls. I remember now. It's a Velociraptor one. And then Blade's got fangs, but you may use it to target up to 2 characters and roll separate. Wow. You could be doing 12 damage in one turn if you roll 6/6 separately. Oh, because that's 2 wow. So you could be doing 24 because it's got Charge Flurry as well. You target 2 characters twice, roll 6 4 times. You're doing 24 damage in one turn. Stop when it's clicked first revealed and replace Beast Boy with another character named Beast Boy in a last non-KO. So you can turn back into the Velociraptor as well. Really good synergy between this and the smaller Beast Boy. Big fan. We have our first generic Colossal. Knockback. T-Rex modifies attack +1 when attacking characters with the animal keyword. Attack +1 when attacking 1 or more characters with the pass keyword. And then when T-Rex attacks, its finalized attack roll is a 6/6 and an opposing character was KO'd by its attack. After resolutions, turn to click 1. I mean, it's very, very niche. You need to roll a 6/6 as well as kill the person. But I mean, if you do get it off, imagine you're on like your last click, you go straight back to your 300-point start line. T-Rex can't attack smaller characters unless they have attacked T-Rex since your last turn, been moved or placed since your last turn, or T-Rex is the only character on your force. Right, now these are my 2 favourite from the Justice League dinosaurs. He has the Quake ability. You may assign equipment during force construction as if you were a standard character. So 50 points, this guy's getting the broadsword for free. Or the ring if you have it, I don't. And then hold on to your butt. What name? Stop Toughness. He only has 1 click of that and that's his last click. Big fan of this piece. He has Charge Flurry as well. Next up, my second favourite Justice League dinosaur, Flash Raptor. He has the Quake ability, and then adjacent friendly characters modified defense +1 if they share a keyword. And then throughout his dial, he's got Hypersonic. When he uses it, after resolutions, choose a friendly character that Flash Raptor moved through that took damage since your last turn and place them adjacent. He also then has Super Senses. This succeeds on 4 to 6. That's throughout as well. Really hard to hit, really good movement, and as well as a few little support powers. Big fan. So the best 3 for last, to be fair, because this is a really good one as well. Quake for free. Begin Tames game even. Spawn Matilda, which is a dolphin with Perplex and Force Blast. Friendly characters with Giant or Colossal can use Mastermind, but only to choose. They can be killing a lot of dolphins with this one. And then Blaze Claw's Fangs, he has it throughout. When Aquanix, I don't know if I'm saying that right, hits opposing character after resolution, generate water marine marking each square him and the hit characters occupy. And then we have Stop in Fun. When this click is first revealed, summon Matilda again. Next up, oh, they're the start set. We're not going to go through them today. We'll have a quick look at Legacies. I'm not going to read them all. They have that slosh ability that was in the set. I will say, this is probably one of the worst Legacy sets I've seen. I mean, all these are just White Witch is quite cool. As I said, I'm not going to go through these as the video is already long. It's Ragman, Vigilante, Tim Hunter's one of the better ones, a few cool powers. And then the best ones are Solaris and Starro, very cool Colossals. Big fan of this Starro, still summons its things, really good legacy card. But I think that is where we're going to leave you. If you did enjoy, please do write in the comments what your favourite things from this set are and your biggest wants. And I'll see you in the next one.